Don't become displacent. Don't become lackadaisical. Just because we're not hearing about it as much as we were before. As a matter of fact, before we were inundated with it. Now it's kind of slowed down. Time has a way of making people, maybe lures them into a false sense of security because they're not hearing about the events as much as before. And maybe they're starting to question, was all that not true? Maybe, some of the information we were getting wasn't exactly accurate, and maybe, just maybe, it might be okay. If you wonder what I'm talking about, well, let's just roll it.
I got the vaccine.
Did you really?
Yeah. Even 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, and also, bro, you know how it is. It's the same like you go to a party.
You were worried about your heart?
And you are with the wrong people. All of a sudden, you might do something on this party that you don't want to do because there's these people that are like, you should do it.
Dude, fuck.
So I'm in this place also. I was in this place. We don't need to say where it's exactly, but I was there, and my friends said, like, we can get it. You should get, man. And I'm like,
you got peer pressure into the vax?
Yeah, kind of.
Is that what you're saying? I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
When I think about it later on, I'm like, what did I do, man? But, oh my God, this turns into weird conspiracy theories because I did blood cleaning twice after all this. I did a plasmapheresis with taking out heavy metals and all that stuff. Oh man, yeah, I did all this. I don't know, this is too controversial, probably say this.
Wait, no, say it.
I went to the doctor and I did my blood work again because I check my blood work all the time. And then I show it to the doctor and we kind of see these particles, and I'm like, what is this? And then they all
no way,
this is
shut the fuck up.
This is from this, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I show it to another of my friends, and there's all kind of hidden websites that you can't get to, but it's like the dark media kind of web. And there's even more conspiracies.
This is crazy as fuck because I know you're the kind of guy who for sure you got your blood work all the time, and then you tell me you got the thing, and then you got your blood work, and then it was fucking crazy.
And this guy's also big into it. So he's like, you need to do a plasmapheresis now. So they poke like a fucking needle into your arm here, which is like a pen, like thick like this, right? It's unbelievable thick needle. And they take all your blood out, put it into this machine, and then clean it and bring it back. So we did this with the heavy metal cleaning and all this stuff, which supposedly cleaned my blood. I did a D-dimer test and all this. I don't know if you know what it is. It's like this determines like the clotting of your arteries and stuff, like D-dimer, and like D-dimer was this, and then after all this it was that. And then I did.
So did it improve after you got that?
I did it, twice. I did it in 6 months period, like one time and then the second time. Also expensive as fuck, man. Like, it's no fun, man. I was so shocked, and the doctor was like, you need to do it, man, if you want to like survive after you took your shots, bruh.
No way.
You need to do this now. Yeah, this was like that actually.
Oh, shit.
Because I don't know if the nurse did something weird, because when she took this in Thailand, obviously.
Yeah.
So when she then took the blood, and then it's like, there was some like a white thing in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then they may be like, maybe cholesterol. And I'm like, what the hell? So like, what the fuck is this? Then I show this to my friend. He's conspiracy. He shows me all these websites where it's like, since they do this to people, so and so many, they found this in athletes and stuff. It's a weird like reason why people they die. They have these white blood clots. Tons of them in their blood everywhere. And so they're like, this is what you maybe have. We go to this other doctor and make further testing. And then I make further testing, and he's like, not white. It was not white anymore. There was no white thing. It was probably just like the nurse didn't do it right. But he then said, there's these black particles. This is the heavy metal that you have in your blood.
Dude, that whole thing just trips me out. That was such a crazy time, man. An actual crazy time.
So ultimately what I think about this right now, like after all, I'm like, it is some kind of a flu. And that's what it is. And people overreacted maybe, and whatever it is, like people maybe saw opportunities also for making
money. Yeah.
And you know that there's maybe bigger people over us. They can control much more things in different ways. And they did let this happen, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think there was kind of an overreaction to this.
Yeah, I agree, man. For sure. I mean, I kept my gym open during the time. It was just the whole thing that, like, when you started asking questions, there wasn't much, like, congruency with all of the things that they were doing.
3 weeks later. Hey guys, Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and today I have some sad news to report. Another death in the fitness industry. Bodybuilder, men's physique competitor, and fitness influencer with over 8.5 million followers on Instagram, Joe Linder, aka Joe Aesthetics, best known for his alien striation chest flexing videos, has unfortunately passed away today, early Saturday morning, at the age of only 30 years old. His girlfriend, who was with him at the time of the medical emergency, says that he suffered from an aneurysm and was complaining of neck pain in the days leading up to his death. Our thoughts and prayers are with Joe's friends and family, and obviously this is another tragic loss far too soon that the fitness industry is becoming all too familiar with seeing.
Some of you guys may remember a couple years back when I was talking about my brother. He's the associate professor at a university who has a PhD in molecular biology and pharmacology. And in order to keep his job, he was pressured into taking something. Well, fast forward several years later, and my daughter started going to CNA school. She got a job working at a nursing home in geriatrics. About 4 months ago, she came to me to talk to me about this, and I told her how I felt about it again. I've talked to her in the past, and she said, okay, well, can you just pray for protection for me then? And then she left the room. A couple weeks ago, she told me that she had taken it. I didn't know what to say. I mean, what can I say? I gave her all the warnings. She didn't listen. What's done is done. So I didn't say anything else about it. So I'm just asking for prayers for her, if you guys don't mind. I mean, like I said, it's done. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to continue to harp after the fact. I did what I could to prevent, it from happening. And that's all we can really do. And it's heartbreaking when people don't heed the warnings. And I know you guys have family members and have gone through the same thing. Hope you guys are well, and stay safe out there, and we'll talk soon.